Game Scene Daily.
Wreckfest 2 is a high-octane celebration of metal-crunching mayhem, where the only rule is that there are no rules. Bugbear has taken destruction to the next level, pushing its physics engine to deliver even more spectacular crashes, intricate damage modeling, and chaos-backed racing. Early access kicks off with single-player and multiplayer modes, a handful of brutal tracks, and a garage of old-school muscle and banger cars perfect for smashing, bashing, and sending opponents flying. More content is on the way, including career mode, new tracks, and mod support. If you crave perfectly tuned supercars, this might not be for you. But if you think a car looks best with its bumper hanging off and smoke pouring from the engine, welcome to the party. Players are of the opinion that this early access title offers a glimpse of what could become a refined, exhilarating racer. The game boasts noticeable improvements in graphics and damage physics over its predecessor, with grippier handling and well-animated drivers adding a touch of excitement. The sound design is praiseworthy, capturing both engine roars and mechanical mishaps. At the same time, the limited selection of vehicles and tracks, absence of music and a career mode, and various control issues highlight that it is still a work in progress. This raw, experimental build leaves fans eagerly anticipating future updates that could transform it into a fully polished experience. BLEACH Rebirth of Souls is a high-intensity action game where every swing of the sword can change the course of battle. Players step into the world of the legendary anime, reliving Ichigo's journey from a substitute soul reaper to his climactic clash with Sasuke Aizen. Combat is fast, fluid, and unforgiving. Strike can mean victory or defeat, making every encounter a test of skill and strategy. As the fight intensifies, desperation fuels transformation, unlocking new powers and forms. The deluxe and ultimate editions offer extra characters, soul crystals, and exclusive costumes for those looking to dive even deeper. Whether rewriting fate or crushing enemies in a single blow, one thing is clear: hesitation is not an option. Early reactions to the game suggest that it's a technical mess, at least on PC. While initial setup and the tutorial seem to function, things quickly go downhill. Black screens, crashes, and stuttering plague the experience, making even starting a mission feel like a gamble. Many players report that the game is simply unplayable, with battles leading to frequent crashes and resolution settings misfiring. The PC port appears to suffer from poor optimization, forcing even high-end systems to struggle with performance despite its issues. Glimpses of fun emerge. Those who can actually play praise the combat and character variety, comparing it to the Ultimate Ninja Storm series. The game's storytelling is more of an abridged slideshow than an immersive experience, but the potential is there. Unfortunately, as it stands, it's a frustrating experience for most. Until major fixes arrive, the safest bet is to wait.
Stop all this yapping already.
So, are you ready?
If miracles only happen once.
Why do you insist so fervently on trying to save Rukia?
Sledders is a high-octane, physics-driven snowmobile simulator that lets players carve their own path through vast, snow-covered backcountries. With massive open terrain, towering mountains, dense forests, and plenty of jump sand, even water, there's no shortage of adventure. Whether racing to the peak or just shredding through fresh powder, every ride feels dynamic and real. Mastering the art of freeriding means learning to shift weight, throttle through turns, and counter-steer like a pro. The snow won't forgive hesitation, so either adapt or get buried. With online multiplayer, the thrill is shared with fellow sledheads worldwide. Early reactions to the game suggest that it's the best snowmobile experience since Sledstorm on the PS1, with some even calling it the greatest snowmobile game ever. It captures the thrill of backcountry, riding with deep snow, a variety of sleds, and a solid foundation that has fans excited for future updates. The physics have a steep learning curve but reward mastery, making each successful climb and side hill maneuver satisfying. While the graphics are decent and performance solid, the sound design leaves much to be desired. Players crave more content. Builders, structured challenges, waypoint systems, and even a town hub. Despite some rough edges, it's already winning over real-life riders, with some even buying gaming PCs just to play. There's room for refinement, but the potential is undeniable. Atelier, Yumia, the Alchemist of Memories and the Envisioned Land, is a magical journey through alchemy, adventure, and a world shaped by memories. Players step into the role of Yumia, an alchemist with the power to reshape the past, alongside a diverse party of companions. The game offers customization through outfits, accessories, and powerful recipes, with special sets enhancing experience gains and item drops. The Digital Deluxe and Ultimate Editions come packed with exclusive costumes, new maps, and extra content, while an early purchase bonus adds unique gear. A demo lets players dive into the story before launch, with save data carrying over for those who just can't wait. Whether mixing potions or battling monsters, every choice has weight, though maybe not as much as the training wrist weights. Many players agree that the game has potential, but technical issues hold it back. The lack of PlayStation controller support is frustrating, especially when many modern titles allow for customization. Performance-wise, some experience smooth gameplay, while others report high CPU usage, frame rate drops, and long startup hangs, even on high-end PCs. Loading screens, though brief, disrupt immersion. The transition from the demo to the full game is problematic, with locked achievements and missing pre-order bonuses. While some enjoy the combat and alchemy system, others feel the difficulty curve is too forgiving early on. Visually, the game is simple but appealing, though some criticize the optimization. Ultimately, the mixed reception shows that while it has charm, its flaws make it hard to justify the steep price. Yasuke Simulator is a thrilling dive into feudal Japan, where history takes an unexpected turn. As Yasuke, the only African samurai, players step into a world of honor, conflict, and political intrigue alongside Oda Nobunaga. The path to uniting Japan is paved with steel, and mastering the art of the katana is the key to survival. Combat is fluid, stylish, and brutally precise, with hidden gear scattered across the land to give an edge in battle. With a deep respect for historical accuracy, the game brings 1579 to life, though Yasuke's journey might feel almost too legendary to be true. Interesting is that this game manages to be both an engaging action experience and an unexpectedly solid history lesson. While many Yasuke-inspired games take liberties with historical accuracy, this one leans into authenticity at least as much as a game featuring a crab boss battle can. Combat is punishing, with AI that actually fights back, and the difficulty curve lands somewhere in the prepare-to-suffer range. The voice acting is top tier, and the game's narrative delivers more emotional weight than expected. It's a short but impactful ride, with no microtransactions, no third-party launcher, and a soundtrack that surprises with its quality. The tofu delivery level alone is worth the price of admission. While not flawless, it's an impressive and rewarding experience that stands out in an otherwise underwhelming field of Yasuke-inspired titles. Assassin's Creed Shadows is a thrilling dive into the heart of feudal Japan, where players navigate its expansive, immersive world, from vibrant towns to war-torn landscapes. Experience the game through the eyes of Nea, a stealthy shinobi assassin, or Yasuke, a mighty samurai, each offering unique playstyles. Stealth and agility meet precision and power as the two protagonists weave their tales of honor and vengeance. Build your own network of spies, recruit allies with special skills, and hunt down targets with deadly efficiency. Create and customize your shinobi hideout, making it a personal base of operations. Weather and seasons react dynamically to the environment, so be ready for the unexpected, like a sudden storm or a perfect moment to strike. Interesting is that Assassin's Creed Shadows offers impressive graphics and solid performance, even at high ray tracing settings, making it one of the best-performing AAA games of recent years. The story kicks off strongly with an engaging start, and the characters, while not deeply developed, are interesting and create good dynamics, especially between Nea and Yasuke. The game's technical aspects are generally solid, with few bugs or major issues, though the inability to fully disable ray tracing could be problematic for weaker systems. However, the combat system feels unrefined and chaotic, especially in larger fights, with imprecise targeting making battles frustrating. The parkour mechanics also fail to impress, despite visually appealing animations. Despite these flaws, the game shows promise, and Ubisoft's shift toward a more cinematic open-world experience is a step in the right direction. Roguelite Deck Builder is a digital wooden board game where players dive into the world of decking out their house, one nail at a time. Armed with nothing but a hammer, wood, and nails, the goal is simple. Build a deck, earn cash, and work your way toward a $1 million freedom prize. But it's not all smooth sailing. Every strike counts, and the light outside is constantly flickering. Upgrades come in waves, allowing you to improve your hammer, hand, and nails, while bugs pop up, only to be squashed, and upgraded for more challenges. Achievements, random elements, and endless mode keep things fresh, so just remember freedom is always just around the corner. Or is it? Keep that streak alive and keep swinging. Interesting is that roguelite deck builder finds its charm in a deceptively simple concept, building a deck and hammering nails to perfect it. Initially, the game feels tedious, with buggy physics and difficult perfect streaks, but as upgrades start rolling in, the experience turns into an addictive loop. The light elements of the roguelite structure might irritate some, but they do little to take away from the solid foundation. The humor and relaxing gameplay offer a fun time, even if the achievements are buggy and the resource demands are a bit high. While not flawless, it's a delightful time sink and one of the most fun deck builders out there, reaching the status of a true masterpiece once players hit their stride. Pathologic 3 Quarantine is a gripping narrative adventure that introduces players to Bachelor Daniel Dankovsky, a brilliant young scientist on a quest for immortality. When a mysterious plague erupts in a remote town, Dankovsky leaves his prestigious lab behind, seeking a breakthrough that might hold the key to eternal life. As he investigates the plague's origins and uncovers unsettling secrets, he must also grapple with his own choices and the accusations surrounding him. In this non-chronological story, players delve into a web of moral dilemmas, diagnosis, and survival, facing the terrifying personification of the plague itself. Every detail, every clue is a piece of a larger, disturbing puzzle. And as Dankovsky searches for answers, one has to wonder, will the truth set him free or condemn him forever? Early reactions to the game suggest that Pathologic 3 carries a lot of promise, but also leaves some questions unanswered. The demo presents an interesting concept, though it requires some background knowledge to fully understand its cryptic plot, leaving players unsure about mechanics like medicine use and inventory functions. The graphics and atmosphere stand out, and the game runs smoothly on higher settings, but optimization issues could still be a concern. The altered traveling system and fast travel approach have caused mixed feelings, as they take away from the immersive atmosphere of the previous games. Despite some rough spots, Pathologic 3 introduces fresh ideas and a new perspective that might appeal to both veterans and newcomers to the series. Fans are eager to see how the final version shapes up.
Every decision I made was just. But something I would change.